Okay, interview with Eli, take one. So, Eli, has Alma been the right choice?
Has Alma been the right choice? I'll start off by saying this. Alma was not my first choice, so I had a lot of other options to go to. I wanted to keep my options open, but over the time, I signed an NLI to go to a D2 college, and then a couple of days later, before the National Signing Day or whatever, I decided to back out. Really don't know why. I just woke up one morning and said I need to rethink my options. And then my mom was big on Alma and everything, so I took her advice and went to Alma, signed that, came to becoming a Scott Day, and ever since I've went to that, I've realized Alma's been the place for me. I've met the coolest people and stuff. But the one thing I will say about has Alma been my number one choice, or has it been the right place for me? I think it would have been, but all the COVID, everything that happened with COVID kind of, my first 2 years before COVID happened, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Those are some of the best years. I mean, still with COVID, I've had a great time here, but I think the whole COVID pandemic and everything at the college has been, put a real halt to the true values that Alma holds and everything they had, so I think that one kind of goes that way with everything with it.
So would you change it? Would you have went to your other college? What do you think? Would you think that would have been more enjoyable for you, or do you think it would have been a completely different experience?
I mean, with everything that's happened in the past 4 years, I don't think any college really has a great pandemic setup system because no one expected what we went through. So I'd say no, I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't have. I also my freshman year so I came here for golf. We had a head coach leave, and I had the option of transferring, and I went through my head for a little bit and talked to my parents. But at the end of the day, I just realized I came here to help rebuild a program that was going through a little bit of a tough time. So I wouldn't trade it for anything with sports-wise. It hasn't been what I wanted, but it also hasn't. That's not what I expected, and that's life. You're gonna have curveballs. You have to deal with it. So athletically wise, no, but like I said, no college was prepared for COVID or anything, so I don't think anywhere really would have been that much better. Everybody's been kind of sporadically making rules and changing everything, so it's good to see that hopefully in a week we might be going back to somewhat normality and you can finally have some fun again and people can see the true values of Alma, but I wouldn't trade it. It's just crazy to just think back. I'll be telling my kids, I went through college in a time of a pandemic and times where everybody just kind of went haywire, and there was 2 weeks pretty much not a purge, but it was kind of 2 weeks of no one knows what to do, and everybody just sat around what are we supposed to do, and it's just what's going to be the rest of our lives. So wouldn't trade it.
So what are some highs that you've experienced while at Alma?
Some highs. Athletic-wise, we've had some success. That's been really cool just to see the smiles on coaches' faces and the athletic department to hear about it and everything like that. Just like I said, just meeting people. I'm not a very extroverted person. I've switched since my 4 years here. I went from an extrovert to an introvert, but I still like meeting people. So just meeting people and seeing. You can also see how this college has kind of grown in 4 years, and also some of the ways it's declined a little bit. But that's what's going to happen when you have stuff that happened that did. So some highs. Dang, on the spot. There's some there's always gonna be a high. I'm trying to be a positive person, pick out positive stuff. So just being here, watching the athletic runs, the volleyball team my freshman year made a run in the tournament, which is really cool. Just seeing all the kind of the new professor that came too. That's kind of cool. Seen business department kind of turn over and had 4 advisors in 4 years. So it's not many people get to say that, but I've got to meet some cool people and have some cool connections. Still connected with one of my advisors that's now I think at Michigan. So it's cool to see that everybody taking new opportunities. There's some positives. I don't know, just some positives. I don't know. That's about the ones I can think of right now.
What about some lows? Is there any low points that stand out to you?
Having to go through quarantine now. Just COVID obviously put a low for like the college. It probably put a damp on the budget too for everything they could do, but lows, I mean, it sucks COVID, yeah, I don't want to bring it up again, but that's a low. For me, going through coaching changes, it kind of stinks because it puts a little halt to like everything you had going for you, but that's athletics, that's life, you have to deal with it.
What about what does Alma set you up for? Like, what do you think you're prepared for in the future now because of Alma?
Alma's given at least me a lot of opportunities. They kind of like let you do whatever you want. Like that's not 100% true. They don't let you do whatever you want. But with like athletics, I was supposed to take a spring term my sophomore year where it was gonna be an independent study where we went to Scotland and played and studied golf and kind of used that for a class and would get 4 credits and would present on it like in the end of the year and it'd be really cool. Except that didn't get to happen because of everything that happened. But especially for me, like working athletic department, I took that as just like, let's make quick, easy money. I get paid to watch sports, and now it's like I have opportunities and like presentations and forums I can go to maybe have a career in sports. Like that was my whole idea going into marketing, but I didn't know if it would ever work. I didn't expect working camera at a soccer game my freshman year would be like, oh yeah, like this is gonna set you up for like maybe a future. And so that's been an opportunity. The people here, like the professors, have good connections usually, so that helps with everything for getting your foot in the door, and also just I don't want to say the alumni connections, but the CSO like has a lot of stuff, or they like the people that work on the handshake department. All those help you get the like tools you need to get jobs outside of college and hook you up for internships and everything. So I'd say there's a lot of opportunities here. Some people like just don't take them, or we just overlook them because we get so many emails a day. But if you actually read some of them, they can be super helpful. And I mean, sometimes the littlest things, there's things you least expect, help you get set up for stuff you actually want to do. So like that's at least my part. At least the athletic department has helped me with. Shoot, I could go pretty much anywhere with marketing, but sports is where I wanted to go, so that kind of helps with that.
So what's next for Eli? Do you have any plans yet?
What's next for me? The number one answer for that is get a job. So do I have a plan in stone? No. I just want to get a job somewhere, but I keep my doors open. There's opportunities right now. Kind of have to see. Who knows? I might not be going in the job field just as soon as I thought. I might be coming back and finishing a couple more credits for another minor. So if I do that, that might help. I mean, a marketing minor and a marketing major with an econ minor doesn't really help for sports, but it helps for a lot of other stuff. So kind of didn't realize until beginning of this year I'm kind of going to be really close to a minor and might as well finish it. So take that opportunity. But if I do come back, maybe I'll play sports again, or maybe I'll do some stuff that's in the works right now. So if I come back and can play sports, it's cool. If I don't, there's other stuff I can do here that will help out, especially athletics and other ways on campus. So looking forward to the future, but I'm kind of just go with the flow right now, unlike a lot of other people.
So going back to golf, do you think that playing collegiate golf has changed anything about yourself or made you think differently about anything? Just collegiate sport in general? Yeah, I mean, I went to a high school that we had a pretty solid team, kind of always used the term choked a lot near the end. We had a chance to make it somewhere good, and we always like fell just short. So that like made me realize, and I knew coming into Alma, I don't want to come off this way, but coming into Alma, my high school team probably could have beat the college team. So it was one of those situations where it was like, I know I'm going to a place that's like not going to be as good, but I know I can help get better people here and help like grow like the game here, help bring it back, because I knew it had a rich history back in like the 80s and 70s. So sometimes in the 90s too, leaking in, but I know you reach forward like that. So coming here, I kind of came in the mindset of
I probably won't win many championships or tournaments here, but I can always come here and try to build a program back up that was kind of not falling down. I was never that bad, but it was not in its heyday for sure. So I came here thinking I can come back and try to build a program and try to be like a key building block of something that could be really good in the future, which I think is happening right now. We've gotten, we've had some transfers. We would have had a really good team my sophomore year, some junior year actually, but if everybody would have stayed. But right now we are getting better recruits. We're going through some changes, but we're getting a lot more mature-wise golfers, and not just the guys that come off with good scores for every sporadically. We're getting a lot more consistent guys, so that helps. Just me to help you, I think it just helped me make me more mature, realize that just not everything's about winning here, or winning in my life. It's sometimes you can help build something back up, and in 5 years I can watch and if we see the guys that I'm playing with now or in their senior year, maybe make a run in the tournament or make the tournament or win an MIAA hopefully in the future. That's obviously on the schedule soon. That's just I don't think it will happen while I'm here. So, but if I can be a part of the build back up and I can watch that, that's enough for me to know just to see.
Thank you, then.
Yep, sounds good.